All right, guys. Game of the week we got up next. For mine, I picked the Bills and the Cardinals.
Okay.
You know what? I thought the Cardinals were going to be the team that I would favor in this matchup after last week. Prior to the week that just passed.
You
Because
just swap?
I do. I favor the Bills now because of how well. If you can put up points on the Seahawks, you can put up points on the Cardinals.
Agreed.
And if you play exactly like you did against the Seahawks, you're going to win.
Agreed.
You got to score 44, but you're going to win. I thought the Cardinals were going to come into this game off of a huge blowout off the Dolphins. I thought Tua was not the guy that everyone thought he was, but
That was not the case.
wrong. I think Tua. I don't think he's crazy. Like we've beat that drum a few times so far now, but he's good, and he proved it against the Cardinals. And the Cardinals, quite frankly, let up way too much against that Dolphins offense for me to be like they got this Bills game in the bag. I think it's going to be a big, telltale game for both teams. Basically, it's like this game for the Cardinals is huge because they actually kind of have to win to keep up in that division alone.
Yeah.
Because that's the best division in football, like we were talking about.
Agreed. Yeah.
The poor 49ers, man. It's like the Eagles of the year.
Previous runner-ups.
Yeah, and the Super Bowl. They won the division last year.
I know. I'm saying that's what I was saying.
Yeah. And so that division, it's like you got to keep up. The Rams are playing well, and it's like playoff and seeding. You want to be ahead of they beat the Seahawks, the Cardinals. The Cardinals beat the Seahawks. If you recall, that's a good team.
Yeah, I do remember that now. Yeah, I'm thinking back on it.
The chase down.
Yeah.
And then the Bills, they have the division on lock,
Agreed.
Unless the Dolphins do some craziness at the end of the season, the Bills kind of.
If Tua's performance only goes upward from where it is, I think the Dolphins have a chance. That's it, though.
The Bills have to play the Cardinals. They still have to play the Steelers, which
That's
is
true.
hard game.
They got some
And the NFL is all about matchups. You match up well with some teams. The Steelers match up well with the Bills. I think the Steelers will win that game. It's the games against the Cardinals and the Chiefs and the Seahawks that scare me with the Steelers because, we can let up a lot of yards to a good quarterback, and we'll have to keep up.
Yeah.
But we can stop the ground game, and we can knit and grit, and we can beat you. We'll do that with the Bills, I think, because Josh Allen's going to be a little flustered, a lot of pressure. It's going to be hard for him. He doesn't.
Bills, Cardinals, you got the Bills.
I have the Bills in that game, and it's what I was saying with the Bills is it's a telltale sign for their season. If they beat the Cardinals after beating the Seahawks a week prior, it's like, oh, okay, whoa, here comes Buffalo. They might mean some business in the playoffs. It's that game where, all right, if Josh Allen kind of just brings his team together, puts together a crazy performance like he did last week too, and just goes with it, rolls, Buffalo's a team that you're not like. It's like the beginning of the season where Josh Allen for MVP. If he does it back-to-back weeks, beating the MVP candidate right now, and then going in and beating the number 3 candidate behind Mahomes, Kyler.
Agreed.
It's like, what? How can you not be like, this kid's in the running? This team's in the running,
This pushes him back.
So I think this game either pushes Buffalo in front, top of the power rankings, kind of like in the pack, or
puts him higher up.
Yeah, or it saves the Cardinal season. This is the game for the Cardinal season. This is where the turning happens because after this they'll have 4 losses, and in that division you need to have 12 wins to make the playoffs as winning that division this year. Because the Seahawks
12 wins to even make the Cardinals or not wild card.
Wild card, yes. Yeah. Because the NFC kind of stinks, but they want to be a high seed in the wild card at minimum, because they're not going to have any home games. They want at least a home game. So, yeah, that's my game of the week. It's big for both teams for sure.
I got mine. Mine is also kind of a telltale, and in the spectrum that it's a very 2 different sides of the game.
Yep.
I got the Colts versus the Titans.
That's a good one.
And now the reason why I say that divisional, that's a big part. Divisional. This kind of like we were saying, divisional. This kind of tells who's gonna be in the front running of their division.
Yeah.
Right. This is because they're the top 2 right now.
Yeah.
And this is huge for them. The other reason is for the Titans. Titans were already in the playoffs. They're kind of like this team's pretty good.
Well, the Titans are like one of everyone's top picks for the NFL.
Yeah, they were the underdog at that point.
Last year they were, but right now everyone's like Titans.
Yeah. Because of Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
So for them,
the Ravens play the Titans. Have they played them already? That's coming up.
It's coming up. They haven't played them yet, but it's coming up.
Sorry, I'm just going to break it down.
Go for it.
Really quick. The Colts played you guys already. The
Correct.
Colts played the
They
Steelers
lost
at some
to
point.
both of us.
Yes.
Oh, they're playing
us later.
Probably lose.
I don't want to be cocky, but most likely I think we match up really well with them. It's just, their defense, not that. It's like us.
Which they've been supposedly known for their defense this year.
But their quarterback's not as good as ours.
No, agreed.
So that's where we win,
Yeah.
I think. And then
But your offense as a whole is better.
Exactly. And then, but with the Titans and the Colts is like the Titans still have to play the Ravens, the Colts still have to play the Steelers. So there's a lot of losses that can happen in that schedule.
Agreed.
So I think those two are obviously the front runners for the division because the Texans and the Jags you can just rule out.
This is a big proving game for the Colts though, because you took a loss to the Ravens, but like the Ravens are good. Yeah, Ravens are going to have a positive record this season and they're going to do well. So what you're looking at now is their biggest rival. Are like if they win this game, then that really puts them in the running for that playoff spot.
It puts them in the running for the division too.
Oh yeah,
because let's not forget the Titans lost to the Bengals.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I thought that this week was going to be a little bit more intense because I thought the Colts might be able to squeak out a win against the Ravens, and I thought that they would have the same record. But now they're a loss behind.
Yeah.
So this actually ties.
But still, this is a huge proving game for them.
Puts them in the lead in the division if they win this game.
Oh yeah,
sure.
And if you're the Titans, you need to win this game. Like this isn't like a this will be a close game. You need to win this game if you want to A, keep the division, B, continue to prove that you're the same team.
It's not even like they have to blow them out. They just have to win.
Yeah, you can win by a tiny bit.
And like that's why I always say about this. I'm sorry to bring it back to the Steelers, but like I know, but I'm like if you win it ugly, like you won the game and you still have that spot, and like it's all about seeding. Everyone can talk about power rankings as much as you want. If you have home field throughout, if you have good seeding in the playoffs ahead of your divisional rival, it's huge. Winning the division is huge for the Titans, and it's big to beat the Colts. You have to beat that Colts team because you can't you have to be everyone talks about the Titans. They're vaunted. They're supposed to have a decent defense. I don't really buy it. Jadeveon Clowney's a non-factor, and they paid him a ton of money.
Yeah, no, I know.
They brought him in on 1 year. It was pretty good money, man. But
and now it's
so you can't lose that Colts team. I think if you're the Titans to be that team, you don't have to blow them out, but you can't lose.
Agreed.
That's my thing.
Going back to the Colts defense though. Like I was saying, it's a proving game. It's more of a proving game for the Colts defense because they've apparently, and I'm a little skeptical.
Well the Ravens.
They played well, but also our offense hasn't been the hottest. But like their defense is supposed to be that good part of the team. It's supposed to be there, and this is a huge proving factor against a running back who's nearly unstoppable.
The Ravens put up 200-something rushing yards than the Steelers, right? That was the best running defense in football. Obviously, that's been kind of shammed because you guys found a game plan to just throttle us on the ground. I don't think you guys did as well on the ground against the Colts.
No, we did not.
So
we got.
I know they have DeForest Buckner.
We got, I think, 120 total overall our running backs.
So Darius Leonard, Anthony Walker, DeForest Buckner. I don't know who's in their secondary. Particularly Malik Hooker, I think they have safety. He's really good. But their D line and their front seven, it's like that's how you win in the NFL right now, pretty much. If you really think about it, the teams that are getting pressure up front with 4 guys, or they have good linebackers to support them, that's how you stop the run. And against the Ravens, they kind of proved it. So if they can do the same thing against Derrick Henry,
then they have a chance.
The Steelers held him to 75, which is almost like, thank God, that's a.
No, it's like, oh God. Well, that's because that's the only person running for him.
Exactly.
Right? Like in the Ravens, you're like, okay, I might have held Lamar to 40, but then their other three running backs all got it accumulated 30 as well each. Yeah. Right? For the Titans, you have one man to stop.
Yeah.
And I mean that legitimately because Ryan Tannehill doesn't do a lot.
No.
I think he got against the Bengals. I think he got under like 175 throwing yards.
No.
And like a touchdown. That's it.
Well, that was a bad game for them. All right. Well, that's all for us this week, guys. Thanks for tuning in.